Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the 75-gallon tank project. It's been 12 days since I started this cycle on this tank. The very first readings on the very first day of the water parameters, I had 0.5 ppm ammonia and I had 0 ppm on everything else. So I just got finished, or just finishing up now, running the API freshwater master test kit. And it looks like we got some really good results. But before we get into that, I'm going to show you some of the changes I've made to the tank so far. I was able to start planting plants. I got some dragonstone put in, a small piece of driftwood, the nice Anubias plant there. Have the Amazon swords planted. I have another Anubias there in the saber-toothed tiger skull. Not its final resting place. I want to get a big piece of driftwood for this this left side here. I just haven't found the right piece for the right price yet. So, but still looking. I got this Buddha head I pulled out of a tank from home that has Java fern attached to it. That'll grow out real nice in here. So like I said, it's been 12 days since I started the cycle on this tank. I did cheat a little bit because that crypt there planted in the corner with the dragonstone, that came out of another tank, so it had some beneficial bacteria on it. Also, that Buddha head came out of another tank as well. I also added some Easy Green from Aquarium Co-op because when I planted the plants, I wanted to make sure that they had the best start as possible. Also, I have root tabs under the Amazon sword and the crypt there. So, and I'll also have some pothos that I've mounted up in there. That's going to create a nice root curtain on that back wall back there. Can't see it as well here, but I basically just cable tied it to some suction cups there to hold it up. That'll create a nice root fall. All right, looks like we're finishing up with our nitrate timer. So we'll go through everything we have here. We'll start with ammonia first. So looks like we're going to have 0 ppm of ammonia, which is good. So we converted all of our ammonia over to nitrate. We have our nitrite test. Looks like we have 0 nitrite. Now on to our nitrate test. Looks like we have about 5 ppm of nitrate, which is pretty decent considering it should have been more than that, but with these plants I'm sure they're uptaking a lot of that nitrate as well. And then last but not least, our pH should be close to 7. About 7. I ran it on my digital pH meter. It was 7.07. So my tap water is about 7.37 to 7.4, but once you get it in the tank and it starts running through the filters and everything, it softens up. It gets close to a 7. But as you can see, looking good for day 12. That no ammonia is looking really nice and no nitrite, so I can start adding fish to this tank. So it's been 12 days since the very first start of the cycle. A little bit of cheating because I was able to bring things from the house that was already submerged and been in an aquarium for years. So a little bit of cheating, but day 12, and I feel comfortable I can start adding some fish. I do have some black bar endlers that I'm going to go ahead and throw in here first. They breed like crazy. I have tons of them at the house, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with some of those in here and see how well we do. One thing I didn't account for is the Amazon sword, because I was going to get some bushy-nosed plecos in here, but I just found out they eat Amazon sword plants, so that's a bummer because I had some at home waiting to come over here for this tank. But I really want the Amazon sword to be a big centerpiece in this tank, so I'm gonna have to find a different algae eater. I may go with depending on the size of fish I have in this tank, or how how aggressive they are, I'll probably go with otosynchronous, but if not, I'll probably have to do like a Chinese algae eater or something to that nature. But yeah, that's day 12 on the 75-gallon tank project. Like I said, I do want to get a large piece of driftwood for this left side over here to cover up that heater and just to make it balance out overall real nice. I'm also planning on getting a lot more plants. It just takes time sourcing them. I hate to order everything offline and pay shipping and all that stuff, so I try to get it as close to home as I can. But I'll be adding more plants as I find them on sale, because you know, PetSmart and Petco, they normally run a 50% sale on these things from time to time, so I'll pick them up as cheap as I can as we go. And then just let the rest just grow in and fill in this tank. I want to get some vallicinaria for the back in some spots. Definitely I'm gonna dig some more crypts out from another tank and put in here as well. I also want to get some hornwort, maybe a couple of stem plants in here. Really want to fill this thing out. Also, I want to paint the back glass black. I'm probably going to do that this week. I was looking around for the black backgrounds, and they want over $20-something for just a piece of vinyl to go on the back of this tank that's black. I just think that's a bit much. So I got some leftover black paint from the restoring the stand. So I'm just gonna roll it on there. I think it'll turn out nice. I used to spray paint them back in the day when they were, you know, when I would get them and they were empty. I'd clean them up real nice and spray paint the back. I'll see how it goes with rolling black house paint on there. I'll do a test spot first. If not, I can always just scrape it off with a razor blade. But yep, that's what's going on with the tank so far. Next step is to add some fish. May do that this week. Grab some fish from the house. And yeah, I think it's going to look nice when we get that background on there. I think it'll look real good. Get some more plants to fill in, get the driftwood in there, get some fish in there. Starting to look like a fish tank. Well, thanks for watching, and catch you around.